everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. In today's pick a card reading, our topic is, what do you need to conquer to accomplish your goals? Once you choose your card or cards, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. Spirit, our topic today is, what do you need to conquer to accomplish your goals? Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, your stone is Anhydrite. And your card is Wood Ox, Knowledge Brings Wisdom. Pile number 2, your stone is Amethyst. Your card is Fire Rabbit, Welcome the Muse. Pile number 3, your stone is Clear Quartz. And your card is Earth Pig, Surrender to the Moment. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and you can pause the video if you need more time, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. Your stone is Anhydrite, and your card is Wood Ox, Knowledge Brings Wisdom. What I feel with this card is that you're very dedicated to an idea that you have, something that you are pursuing, something that you've set out to accomplish. And I feel that there may be a piece of information that's missing, or something you haven't thought of yet, or maybe there's somebody around you, or you need to find somebody to bring around you who can help you with a certain aspect of whatever it is that you are trying to do. It could also be, so it could be finding a mentor, it could be going back to school, it could be taking a class, it could be watching a video on YouTube about whatever it is that you're working on, and kind of digging deeper, looking into a situation a little bit more, or looking into whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Just kind of being open to receiving additional information. And for some of you, it could be that there's a piece of information that's missing that would kind of propel you to that next level. And then for others of you, it could be that you're feeling kind of stuck. Maybe you've made it this far and something's kind of preventing you from taking that next step. And so what Spirit is saying is that for either one of you, just be open to, don't get frustrated, just be open to other possibilities that can help you along your way. And if anything's missing, if any information is lacking, or you just can't figure something out, what this tells me here is that if you open yourself up to receiving information, open yourself up to help from other people, then you will be inviting that information into your life. So I feel that that's really what will kind of kickstart this whole thing, is that just being open to receive information. You don't have to do this all on your own. And I can see here that you're very dedicated, you're very strong-willed, and for some of you, you might think that you can do this all on your own, or that you have everything you need, but Spirit is just trying to gently tell you to kind of be a little more flexible, because you might be surprised at, by being flexible, how much easier things become and how things just start to really flow for you. Let's look at your oracle cards and see what else we can find out for you. Okay, Spirit, our topic today is, what do you need to conquer to accomplish your goals? What does pile 1 need to conquer to accomplish their goals? Abundance. So what I get with this card is that abundance of information. You need a little bit more information. And if you see here, this is number 9. So what that tells me is that you're very close to getting that piece of information. I feel like there is not much missing from what you need. I feel like you have almost everything. And I feel like, so if you see here, it's just the hands and the feet that are not inside this cone, this funnel, whatever you want to call this here. And you see that, let me show you. So the hands and feet are outside of this funnel here. So, and then right up here, it's like this knowledge is literally right there. You just need to kind of reach for it or take a couple steps forward. And with the 9, again, you know, you're almost at the end of this journey of this missing piece of trying to figure out that last little piece so that you can move forward, so that you can really walk toward your abundance with whatever this is that you have going on here. Unknown gift. Okay, yeah, see how this bird is kind of speaking something out into the air and all the stars here? So it takes me back to what I said, that for some of you, you may be feeling a little bit stuck, a little unsure, as like, why are things not flowing as easily as they should be? Because there's something that you're not seeing. For others of you, you know that something's missing. You're trying to figure it out. Well, Spirit is saying that you're definitely going to figure it out. You're definitely going to get there. Not only that, but you're almost there. But really be open to finding this information anywhere. So this information could come from a place that you didn't think to look before. It could come from somebody that you didn't think to ask before. It could be somebody kind of just pops into your life who's going to help you with this. Or it could be that maybe you're just kind of browsing through a book or on the internet or YouTube, trying to look at the way other people have done this before, you know, something like that. And then all of a sudden, I feel like you're just going to kind of stumble upon that this missing piece of information is going to just kind of make its way into your life, and it's going to make your life quite a lot easier, and almost like a breath of fresh air. Or you're saying, oh, okay, I finally get it. This makes sense now. I can finally move forward. And then things start to flow a little bit easier for you. Okay, what else would you like to say to pile number 1? What else do you want to say to pile number 1? Happiness. Yeah. So if any of you are feeling discouraged or upset, or thinking, you know, I've put all of this effort into this and I've come so far, but now I feel like I can't go any further. And you're feeling like, did I do all this for nothing? Spirit wants you to know, no, you did not do all this for nothing. You're almost there. This period of waiting, delays, it's going to come to an end. And it's just this little piece of information, and you're going to be so happy that you stuck with things. Balance, yeah. Look at these 2 cards, happiness and balance. Once you get over this little hurdle, things are going to balance out for you. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so glad that you stuck with things. And I think that for most of you here, that your personality is one that you're going to stick to it. You're not going to give up. However, I feel that there might be some days or some hours when you do want to give up because things are, you're just want to just throw papers around. You just want to walk away from your desk, maybe throw your computer. Obviously don't do that, but you know, I think we've all probably had that feeling from time to time. So I feel that for the most part, you're not going to give up. You may want to give up for that day, but you're not going to give up, and Spirit is going to reward you for that. And you're going to have so much happiness and balance come into your life. Okay, we are going to get a card from this deck as well. What else would you like to say to pile number 1 today? What do they need to conquer to accomplish their goals? Okay. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Yeah, so if any of you are having doubts, is this actually going to happen? Yes, it is going to happen. So Spirit wants you to know to just stay calm, stay dedicated, stay focused, and know that this is all going to come to an end soon for you. Meaning that you're going to be able to move forward. So this time of delay, this time of feeling like things aren't working very well for you, that's all going to come to an end soon, and things are going to start to flow for you. And then you're really going to be able to bring this idea, this thing, whatever you're trying to do, you're going to be able to move forward with that. And for some of you, I just got for some of you, you might be trying to move somewhere. So we'll see if we get any more information on that. But if you are trying to move somewhere, just know that things are going to start to come together for you as well. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Okay, what does pile 1 need to conquer to accomplish their goals? The 9 of Wands. Interesting that the 9 of Wands is right below the abundance card, which is also number 9, if you remember. So you're feeling tired. You're feeling a little bit defeated, some of you. Feeling wary, feeling like I've looked everywhere. I don't know what I'm missing. Now, the interesting thing here is look at all the stars here and look at your stars here. So stick with it. Don't give up. You are so close, so close. After 9, we have 10. That's like the beginning of a new cycle. So you're almost there. It's almost like with these stars here, like this information is going to be sprinkled into your life. So keep looking for the information, keep talking to people, keep brainstorming, keep thinking of ways to figure out what's missing. How do I get this information? You know what I mean? Just don't give in to the delays. Keep your brain working, because I can tell you're very smart, and it's just that there's something that you haven't looked at yet. See how this person has their eyes closed because they're so frustrated? It's like, oh, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm over it. But keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Ace of Pentacles. And you want to keep your eyes and ears open because things are going to start to flow for you soon. It's going to be like, and look, there's a star here too. It's going to be like, almost like an awakening where, it makes sense. I finally got it. Now I can go forward on with my plans. And I know how this pentacle is coming out of the sky, out of nowhere. And then you have unknown gift here, and there's a bird. So it's literally like something's going to just kind of swoop into your life and quite literally solve this problem for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you should just sit there and wait for it. You know, keep looking for it. Be open to it. Be open to looking in different areas. Talking to different people, things like that. Just keep an open mind and kind of go with the flow. We have the Page of Wands. And again, why you should do that is because this idea that you have is an amazing idea. I feel like this is something that you feel might be kind of life-changing for you. This is something that you have a lot of passion for. You are very dedicated to this idea. However, I feel for some of you, you've come very, very close to giving up on this idea. And Spirit wants you to know that obviously you can do that if you want. You have free will, but Spirit is saying that keep following your passion, keep looking at things, keep searching for that information, because that is the only missing piece. For some of you, I'm getting that you feel like maybe this isn't the right path for you because you've run into these delays or lack of movement. Spirit is saying that's not the case in this particular situation. So don't give up. Don't give up on your ideas. Don't give up hope. And here with the Strength card, what I get here is don't have fear that it's not going to work out. That's the first thing that came to my mind here with this card. So just know that you have some sort of ability to, it's like almost like you need to turn something, look at something differently. And then, you know what I'm getting here with these two shapes here? It's like you can look on the inside and it'll look different than it looks on the outside. Does that make sense? So looking at something differently, approaching something differently, not being afraid to get your information from a different source. So I really feel for some of you, you don't want to ask for help, but there is somebody around you who would be more than willing to help you, who actually enjoys mentoring people, who would absolutely love to provide this information for you or to you. The Fool card. It's like, I feel like there's somebody you can't do this completely alone at this particular point in your journey with this. Now, this idea that you have, whatever it is that you're trying to do, wherever you're trying to go, this is an excellent idea. Excellent idea. I feel for some of you, you're trying to start your own business. And for some of you, maybe you have all these amazing ideas and you even have, possibly a business plan, these are my goals. This is what I want to do. But then when it comes to the point of actually launching that, you get stuck. You don't know exactly what it is. Or if you want to move somewhere, you're saying, okay, I have all these great ideas. This is what I want to do when I get there, but how do I get there? Spirit is saying to don't give up, hold on to these ideas, because pretty soon, you're going to be able to fly free and happy and pursue this thing that you have your eye set on. And we have the King of Swords. Again, there's a piece of information that you're missing. That is the key. This is what you need to conquer, this missing piece of information. I feel that this represents somebody helping you. So this could be a person that maybe intimidates you. This could be a person that maybe they offered help before and you said, no, it's okay, I can do it on my own. Whatever it is, but it could even be just your personality that you feel that would be kind of admitting defeat or something like that, which doesn't really make sense to me looking at this from an outside perspective. But I think some of you are maybe a little bit stubborn and keep saying, no, I can figure it out on my own. I can figure it out on my own. And then you're just building this level of frustration. But I feel that the key to kind of calm things down and get things moving again is a person. Or, it doesn't even have to be somebody that you meet with in person. This could be literally finding information or finding videos online and somebody helps you that way. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you actually speak to somebody face to face or even on the phone or whatever. But whatever it is, this is the missing piece here. You have the butterfly here, which is transformation. And then you also have the butterfly wings here. So this is the key to get you moving, to get you flowing again. The Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like I said, some of you don't want to accept help. Some of you are very stubborn. Some of you feel like, nope, I could do it on my own. I don't need any help. Again, remember I said somebody might have offered help and maybe you declined that and now you're afraid to go back and ask for help. It's like humbling yourself. So, and also this person might seem intimidating, but this person's willing to help you. This person might also be somebody who's not going to offer help, but they're there if you need help. So if you ask them, they will be more than willing to help you. So I feel like there's quite a few of you who have slightly different circumstances here, but all starting from the same point and leading to the same point. Okay, so just be open to other possibilities. Be open to, let's say also what I'm getting from this card is that you had this plan, you followed this plan, things are lined up, you spent so much time doing things this one particular way, and perhaps you need to tweak something, you need to change something a little bit, and you're saying, nope, don't want to do that. I've spent so much time doing it this way, it's this way or no way. And Spirit is trying to say, but this is a better way. This is going to bring you much more abundance. This is going to get you to your end goal much quicker. The unknown gift, it's something that you haven't thought of yet. And then you say, but then I'd have to rearrange everything and switch everything, and I don't want to do that. And that's perfectly fine. You can do that, but Spirit is trying to gently let you know that there is a different way to do things. Okay, then we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, this other way of doing things, it's literally like a gift from Spirit. It's going to make things flow so much easier. It's like if you accept that you might need to change things a little bit, I feel that you're going to be putting less effort into it, just changing something or just accepting this new piece of information than you would if you keep going the way you're going. It's going to be a happy surprise. It's going to literally, whatever's missing, it's going to be that last thing that kind of clicks, that like starts the engine. I'm like seeing somebody like they can't start the car, and then it clicks. And then you can just drive off and pursue your goals. The King of Pentacles, exactly what I said about driving off and pursuing your goals. The King of Pentacles is all about success, reaching your goals, having a particular thing in mind, no matter what it is. Like I said, some of you, I feel like you're moving. Some of you, I feel like you are trying to start your own business or some kind of enterprise or something like that. It's all possible, and it's going to be so much easier with this missing thing. It could also be, I just got for some of you, it could also be like hiring somebody in, or hiring like a consultant or something like that. So actually bringing somebody in more long-term than just getting advice from somebody. So that's something to keep in mind too. Maybe for some of you, if you're, let's just say, even if you're trying to move and you're like, no, I can get everything in the truck. I can attach my car to the back of the truck. I can drive this big truck across the country or the state or whatever it is. And it would be so much easier if you spent the extra money and hired movers, because then you don't have to drive that big truck. And obviously that's not applying to all of you. I'm just saying that's one instance. Or if you're trying to open a business, start your own business, whatever it is you're trying to do, and you're saying, no, I don't want to hire anybody. I can do this on my own. I don't want to spend that kind of money right now. And Spirit is saying that things will flow so much quicker, so much easier And obviously that situation is not going to apply to all of you either. I'm just saying that to get to this point, you might need a little bit of help. And that's okay, because sometimes you have somebody joining you or joining the situation that just makes it so much easier. They can see things you don't see. We have the Justice card, and it brings so much balance. It's with the Two of Cups and the Justice card right on either side of the King of Pentacles here. It's elements coming together. It's cutting out things that don't belong in the situation. It's getting rid of delays. It is balancing things out, things flowing. Remember, go with the flow. So we talked about over here with this card, going with the flow, getting extra information, finally finalizing any kind of legal paperwork that has to happen to get things going, fixing that missing piece. And I mean, I can see here with the King of Pentacles that you are very determined and that you have started things on a very firm foundation. You have things, and also with the Justice card too, you've really thought this through. You've written things out, you've made notes, you've changed notes, you've thoroughly investigated everything. You've done everything that you can up until this point, and now you're at a point where you need to reevaluate things and be open to tweaking your plans a little bit. Then we have the Star card. Okay, right below the Fool card and right below the Crib card, okay, you see this? So you wanting to do something, this is going to be successful. This idea you have is going to be successful. The Fool card. Oh, and also, birth or conception of a child. So with birth or conception of a child, typically that requires two things coming together to form that child. And that goes along with what I'm saying here, where there's something's missing. If you only have one thing, okay, you just see what I'm saying? There's something missing here. So you need that second piece of information, or that second person, or that second intervention, so that you can actually launch this. And you will be successful. The Star card is all about success. It's about things coming together. It's about this is saying that you've worked through problems, you've accomplished your goals, there's more to come, you're feeling happy, successful, accomplished, all of these things. And we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, so don't battle yourself. Let go with the flow. Okay, don't, all this conflict, this battling, everything that's been going on, I feel with this particular Five of Wands card, I feel that it's more you battling yourself, you not wanting to give in to allow somebody else in to help with the situation. So once you can release this, I don't know if this is a fear or if it's more of a control thing. I think for a lot of you, it's a control thing. Like, it has to be done my way. I have to be the one to do everything. Well, Spirit is saying just release a little bit of control. You don't have to release everything. Just let somebody else in, look at other pieces of information, and that is what you need to, that's what you need to conquer, so that you can accomplish your goals. So I hope that made sense. I hope it helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you can find the link for my website in the description box below. Thank you so much. Hello, pile number 2. Your stone is Amethyst, and your card is the Fire Rabbit. Welcome the Muse. I get quite a few things from this card. For some of you, I'm feeling like you want to do something different. You want to do something that inspires you. You want to do something that makes you happy, but you don't know where to start. You don't know exactly what it is that you want to do. And I feel for most of you, the people watching this are creatives, or you're wanting to be more creative. You're wanting to bring that into your life. Maybe you've had a hobby, maybe you're a painter, or maybe photographer, singer, dancer, whatever it is. And this can even be something that people don't necessarily think as of creative, but that takes a lot of creativity to bring this particular thing to life, into the world. Whatever it is, for some of you, I feel like you don't know where to begin. You don't know how to do this, but that you've had this idea, or it's been a hobby, it's been something that's kind of been in the background in your life for a while, and that you're feeling maybe a little bit stuck or stagnant or unfulfilled doing what you've been doing, and you're feeling like, yeah, maybe it's time I pursue this, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's the right time, maybe it's not, maybe I should take some steps. And Spirit is saying that you need to do what makes you happy, that you need to pursue something that's going to literally like put that spark in your life. Like your spirit is meant for more than where you are right now. That doesn't mean that where you are right now didn't teach you things. You probably learned lessons. You probably did what you needed to do. And now it's time for you to move on. The other thing that I get is some of you are feeling blocked creatively, and Spirit is saying for that to kind of get out of the rut that you're in. Do other things in your life that make you happy. So whatever. So maybe you have writer's block, or you have some sort of creative blockage, and because of that, you're just sitting in your house trying to figure things out. And Spirit is saying, take a break. Just get out, go do something fun with friends or family or by yourself. Do something that will make you happy outside of this. And then when you come back, you'll have a clear mind, and things should kind of start to start flowing for you. Another thing is be patient. This doesn't have to happen yesterday. You know, it's okay if it happens tomorrow. So just be patient, because if you're saying this has to happen now, that can also be blocking that creative flow. So try to just go with the flow more and allow yourself to be inspired, because it's hard to force inspiration. So just, kind of go with the flow a little bit more. Also, for some of you, I'm feeling that some of you want to pursue something, but some of you may be afraid of the spotlight. And this fear of the spotlight might be because you have stage fright, or maybe you're an introvert, or maybe you're not sure if people like what you have to offer. But Spirit is saying that you're going to shine, and that people are going to like who you are and like what you're presenting to them. So if that is a fear for some of you, don't let that hold you back. Okay? All right, let's look at your oracle cards. For pile number 2, please. What does pile number 2 need to conquer to accomplish their goals? Unknown gift. This card came up in pile number 1. So for some of you, I feel like you're very, very gifted. You're very, very gifted. I feel that some of you may know that you have a gift, but some of you may not realize how gifted you are. Some of you may say, oh yeah, well, it's good, like if you're singing. Yeah, well, I sing good for myself, I sing at home, and other people are like, no, but really you should pursue that. And you're like, yeah, but I don't know. Nobody else wants to hear me sing, that kind of thing. A little bit of self-doubt. And I feel that for those of you, don't be afraid to step into the spotlight, because people are going to love what you have to offer. For others of you, I feel that you, well, and this can even apply to the first group that I just said, but I feel like some of you, like I mentioned with this card, some of you have this hobby that you have that you could actually turn into a career. So those are two kind of different groups. It's a different feeling. It's like, oh, really? I've been doing this every day because I love doing it and I can actually make money doing it. So do you see how those are two different kind of categories of people? So I feel like for either of you, there's a lot of success that could be waiting for you if you pursue this idea that you have. Shake, release, heal, and move on. What's interesting about this card is you see all the darkness here, but then you see the light here. And it's like, remember I told you for some of you, you have a fear of the spotlight? Because if you look at this deer seems a little frightened, kind of like, oh, I didn't know I was going to be in the spotlight here. And so shake, release, heal, and move on. So maybe for those of you who do have that fear, or this could also be, maybe you think, well, I don't know if I'd actually be successful doing that. There's some kind of self-doubt that I'm picking up from some of you. And just know that the only thing standing in your way with that self-doubt is holding on to it. You have a gift. So try to let go of this fear that you have and welcome the muse. Okay, just welcome this energy into your life. Okay, what else would you like to say to pile number 2, please? Fear. Look at, that's what I just said. Okay. Some of you have this intense fear. That's why you're in the darkness here. Some of you are so afraid to share your gifts with the world. And there's no reason for this. Do you see this here? Look at these cards. Okay, so unknown gift, release the fears that you have. So you have this gift that you're questioning, will people like it? Will people like what I've created? You release that, okay? This is what you need to release, is this fear. And look at what happens when you do release the fear. Do you see people are celebrating you? There's fireworks out there. Look at how happy you are too. And look, this makes me think of your spirit guides sitting down there going, yeah, I told you so. I told you you'd be successful. So it seems like a lot of you have this incredible fear of stepping outside of your comfort zone, stepping outside of the box, maybe taking a chance from doing something like if you already have an established career, maybe you have a fear of letting that go so that you can pursue this other thing. And, you know, maybe if you can do both at the same time, so maybe money's an issue where, you know, obviously a lot of us can't just quit our job and not have an income. So if that's a fear, maybe try doing both, trying to get into this while you're still in this other situation, and trying to transition if that's a fear that you have. What else can you tell us for pile number 2? Ghost. Yeah, I feel like some of you are afraid to be seen. I think some of you might be introverts. Some of you feel more comfortable behind the scenes. And so I think that this could be a great challenge for you, stepping outside of your comfort zone. But Spirit is saying that this is just a fear. This is not necessarily a justified fear. Does that make sense? If you are an introvert, what I'm getting is that if you're an introvert, you can still be an introvert. So I don't know everyone's exact situation here, but if there's something that you want to do, like So maybe let's say that you are a performer, you're a singer, you're a dancer, you want to perform like live performances of some sort, maybe even doing poetry in those little coffee shops or something like that. Whatever it is, I'm feeling like for some of you, you can perform and then you can go home. Like, you don't have to perform and then be in the audience and talk to people and all of that. And so I'm feeling like there's a way around the stage fright, like maybe taking some classes to help you get over that fear, or taking little baby steps, like maybe performing on a very, very small scale, maybe in front of friends and family, and then building that out, have them invite their friends and family and so on and so on, and then going to perform on stage or something like that. Or if it's like your artwork, maybe showing people, just a few people, your artwork, and then kind of expanding on that. Whatever it is, it's only internal. It's not an external situation. Does that make sense? So it's more just your fears that are holding you back, and the universe has your back here. So there's nothing else really holding you back except your fears. And there are ways around any situation that may be involved here that could be contributing to holding you back. Okay, what else do you have for pile number 2? What else do you have for pile number 2? Oop, okay. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. What I feel with this is that you need to take a little bit of this and integrate it into your fears. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling you need to confront your fears head on, however you do that. And for some of you, I feel that just doing it is when you're going to see, oh, okay, I went out there, I did it, people clapped, people loved me, or people loved my display, my artwork, whatever it is, and nothing bad happened. So that's what I feel with this card. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 2? What does pile number 2 need to conquer to accomplish their goals? Okay. So you need some sense of balance here. There's something, this is the Justice card. There's something that's off balance with you. And again, what I feel is kind of what I said a minute ago, where the only thing holding you back is your fear. It's all internal. There's nothing external holding you back. So it's, and also remember what I said, where if you are an introvert and it's not you don't enjoy being in the spotlight, but whatever it is that you want to do kind of requires you to be in the spotlight on one level or another. And remember how I said you can do both? You don't necessarily have to be in the spotlight the whole time with whatever this is. So there's a way to do things. It's about gaining knowledge too. There's some kind of, oh, and that's interesting because pile number 1 was talking about getting a piece of information, gaining a piece of knowledge. And this card was also in pile number 1, and this is right below that. So it's like, and then with the eye here, there's a way to do it that will make you feel comfortable. You might not feel very comfortable at first, but there's a way that you will become comfortable. You will start to feel literally just more comfortable. You'll start to feel like, oh, I can actually do this. And this doesn't have to be actually performing. This could be anything really, where you're kind of putting on, like, where anybody can see what it is that you've created is what I'm getting here. And not being afraid to show people what you've been working on. And I think for some of you, you will have to make appearances from time to time. Some of you, that may be like the entire thing that you're trying to do. But like I said, then you don't have to like go sit in the audience and talk to everybody if that's the case. And then we have the Four of Cups. I'm feeling that you're feeling very protective of yourself and your energy. I'm feeling that you're protective of things for yourself emotionally, that maybe you did something in the past and maybe you were criticized, and maybe that's what your fear is. So maybe you have a fear of being seen as incompetent or being seen as, oh, that's not that great. Whatever, it seems like you have this fear that you don't want to put yourself out there. Even if opportunities come to you, you're feeling like, no, I don't think I can do that for these reasons. You see all the dragon heads here, the dragon faces. You're trying to protect yourself from something, and I think it's this fear that you have. Look at that. Look at that Sun card. So with the Sun card, I'm feeling that if you let go of this fear, if you actually accept these opportunities that are being presented to you, it's, I feel that it's going to literally, because this reminds me of a chariot here, it makes me feel like it's going to extinguish this fear that you have. Look at how dark this card is. Obviously, it's a black card with a wall with a doorway through it, and then look at this. This Sun card. The person's on the horse, like moving forward. It's like coming out of this fear-based thought process. And coming out of that, and once you do this thing once or twice or 3 times, maybe 10 times, once you get used to it, look at how happy you are. Look at how things are kind of blossoming around you. You have a rainbow, you have the sun, you have going even beyond what you first imagined for this particular thing. So there's so much positivity waiting for you. So this thing that you need to conquer is your fear. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so looking at things differently. What do you need to do? What do you need to process or release? Remember, shake, release, heal, and move on. So I'm really feeling that maybe looking at, where did this fear come from? Why do I not want people to see me? Why do I not want people to see my work? Even though if you're an artist, probably the end goal is for people to see your work and appreciate it, but it's almost like you want people to see your work but not you. And for some of you, that could probably be done in a sense where, let's just say, like, if you're a writer, you want people to read your books, but you're an introvert and you don't want to be around a lot of people. You don't want to talk in front of a lot of people. For the most part, that can probably be done. Sometimes if you're an author, you have to do the book tours and you have to talk to people and meet and greets and stuff like that. But for the most part, your picture might be on the back of the book and that's about it. But there's still that element. So whatever this fear is, Spirit is telling you here to kind of dive into that, look into that. If you just have a fear of public speaking, I'm sure there's probably something, no matter where you are in the world, where you can go to like those events where it's specifically targeted for people who have a fear of public speaking, and you literally speak in front of people in these groups so that you can kind of ease out of that fear. So there are ways around it. We have the King of Cups. Look at that. You have the Queen and the King of Cups. with the ram here, a stubborn, aggressive person. Remember I told you that I feel you need to bring a little bit of this into your personality, because I feel if you take just a little dash of this and sprinkle it into your personality, you're going to be able to not only conquer your goals, but conquer your fears, but you're going to be able to accomplish your goals. And you're going to feel so accomplished. You're going to feel like I feel like you're going to feel so proud and really kind of changed internally, that you'll feel like, wow, I actually did that. I can really do anything. I can really, when I put my mind to something, I can do anything. So overcoming your fears, feeling more balanced, feeling emotionally more balanced, but just so proud of yourself, proud, and people are going to admire you, just being proud that you actually took the steps, that you overcame your fears. And here we have the Knight of Swords. Look at that. And then you have the Justice card here. So you have the scales of balance. Going after what it is that you want with no fear. So conquering your fears, little baby steps if you need to. That's what you need to conquer. You need to add a little bit of the ram into your personality and just go for it. Just put yourself out there. Don't think about it. Just go forward. Just get it done. Then we have the Page of Cups. I feel like if you step out into the world, if you put yourself out there, I feel like the feedback that you will get may surprise you. I feel like you may surprise yourself with how you feel. I'm getting that for a lot of you, it's going to be kind of like an adrenaline rush to put yourself out there, to do this, getting this positive feedback, and then going home and thinking about it and saying, wow, okay, that really wasn't as bad as I thought. Or maybe it was as bad as I thought in the beginning, but I made it through it. And now that I look back on it, you know what? I think I could do that again. So there's something here about like receiving feedback, getting information where you're like, oh, okay, I guess people really do like what I'm offering. We have the the Two of Wands. I laugh here because what I saw here and what I felt is someone going back and forth, kind of like, okay, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. No, not going to do it. Trying to gather the courage to put yourself out into the world. Okay, this person is holding like a world here. It looks just like a blue ball. I actually don't see the like a world on there, but that's what it means to me right now with this, is putting yourself out there, taking a chance on yourself, taking a chance on pursuing your happiness. And because I'm feeling that a lot of you are this fear is controlling you, so you're looking at everything that could go wrong. Have you made a list of what could go right for you? Because I'm seeing here that there's a lot of things that will go right for you, a lot of things that you may be surprised by how well things turn out. Okay, then we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so with these two cards together, with the Two of Wands here and the Eight of Cups here, it's like making that decision to go forward even though you have fears. Going forward even though you don't know exactly what's waiting for you. Leaving this darkness so that you can come into the sunshine here. Because what I see Spirit is showing me is that you will either do this or this is what you need to do. I see you kind of coming to a point where almost feeling frustrated that you're not moving forward because you have this fear. And then thinking about things, saying, you know what? Should I just do this? Should I just do it even though I'm terrified of it? And for a lot of you, I'm seeing that, yes, you're going to move forward. You're going to say, you know what? I'm just going to do it. What's the worst that could happen? And for some of you, that's all you're going to be thinking about is the worst that could happen. But I don't see that happening for any of you. I see you going forward and just being so surprised by how well things turn out for you. We have the Tower card. Yeah. This is you thinking about the absolute worst thing that could happen. The worst thing. The absolute worst thing. You feel like, okay, well, if I go do this, you know, what if the building catches on fire? And well, obviously that could happen at any point in time, but I mean, it's probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have like the worst fears. And what Spirit is showing me with the Queen of Cups up here is to look at things in a more positive light, because the worst thing is probably not going to happen. So try to change the way you're thinking about things. I love how your cards are lining up. I love how this is lining up. So this is the Wheel of Fortune card. This is what I've been saying. The worst is not going to happen. If the worst did happen to you before, maybe you're sitting there listening to me saying, oh no, but I tried this before and it was really, really bad. Okay, well, this time's going to be different. The Wheel of Fortune talks about how things change, cycles change. You're going into a more positive situation from the Tower to the Wheel of Fortune. It's your time to shine. Things are changing. You just need to look at things differently. You need to release anything that's no longer meant for you. Release your fears. Release anything that's holding you back. And look at that. If you release those fears, if you conquer those fears, if you go ahead anyway, even though it's terrifying, you have this beautiful path waiting for you. I feel like if this involves making money, you're going to have money. The money's going to follow. You're going to make money. You're going to take the right path. You're going to make the right decisions. People are going to like what you have to offer. People are going to want to see more of what you're offering. And again, look, there's the ram here. Look at that. Remember we talked about taking a little bit of the ram personality and sprinkling it into your personality and going forward. The Knight of Swords is an aggressive person going after their goals. And I don't mean aggressive in a bad way. I'm saying aggressively going after your goals, having no fear. And then you get this beautiful journey that you can go on. And then you don't have to look back. You can release these fears and enjoy the success here. So I hope that made sense. I hope that helped you. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe if that resonates with you. And if you would ever like to book a private reading or a private Reiki session with me, you can find the link for my website in the description box below. Thank you so much. Hello, pile number 3. You have the clear quartz, and your card is Earth Pig. Surrender to the moment. What I feel when I look at this card is that you are working on something, trying to accomplish something, trying to get somewhere. And for one reason or another, things have been kind of put on hold, or you're seeing delays, or things have slowed down a lot for you. So maybe you were working on something and things were going. And then all of a sudden things kind of came to a grinding halt. And I feel that that is for a very specific reason that we may or may not be able to see in this reading, because what I'm getting from this card and the question that we're asking, what do you need to conquer to accomplish your goals? What I'm getting so far is that you need to kind of stay still for a minute. So conquering your need to get things done now, and kind of going with the flow a little bit more. This card talks about Wu Wei, which means that you need to slow down a little bit. You need to go with the flow. quietly listen for signs, quietly watch for signs, have patience, be okay knowing that divine timing is on its way to you, and that it's okay if things slow down for a little bit. Okay, and also, if you're not sure what your next steps are, if you're not sure exactly where you need to go next, be okay just sitting still, letting that information come to you when it's ready. Because for some reason there is a lot of wealth in silence and sitting still right now. So we're going to get some more information for you as we look through your cards. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 3, what does pile number 3 need to conquer to accomplish their goals? Sacred boundaries. What I get from this card is knowing when to leap forward, when to stop, okay, like this hand is saying stop or wait, and when to go forward. And I feel that I feel that you got sacred boundaries because you're going to know when it's your time to fly. You're going to know when it's time to pause for just a minute. And I think that a lot of you have probably been getting signs. Maybe you've been trying to force something into place and it's just not working. And that's because for one reason or another, probably divine timing, you need to just sit and be patient. And also what I get with this is that pretty soon you're going to be able to go after your goals. You're going to be able to figure out what it is that you need or figure out exactly where you need to go. So it's kind of like lying in wait and observing things and waiting for the right time, waiting for that perfect time to strike. Action leads to success. Yes, it does. And also, right now, inaction leads to success. And I think what this card is telling you is that you can take action by sitting still for a minute. And you may be saying that doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense if you think about what things can you do by sitting still. So sitting still doesn't mean you're doing nothing. Sitting still means that you can be researching things. You can be figuring out where is the best place for you to step next. And then you will have a better game plan. You will have a better idea of where you need to go next. You see, it's interesting because both of these cards are talking about action, right? But because you can see the tiger jumping through here. So being comfortable with taking action and getting things done while sitting still. That's what I'm getting here. It seems like there's a piece of information or there's something that you are waiting for, like something to click into place, and then you can start to move forward. So that's what I'm getting here. Waiting, doing research while you're waiting. Okay, let's look at your other oracle cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 3? And the other thing that I get from this card is that sitting still does not mean that you're not going to accomplish your goals. You're still going to accomplish what it is that you have set out to accomplish. It's just that divine timing is coming into play right now. Movement. This is so funny to me because I'm feeling like you're feeling stuck, and all of your cards are talking about moving forward, right? But you can't move forward until you become unstuck. And Spirit is really, really, really wanting to let you know that transformation is on its way to you. So maybe you've already been stuck for a while, and maybe things are just about to start moving for you. Now, remember last month was Mercury retrograde, so that could have had something to do with this. And Mercury retrograde is over now. We are in a new month, so maybe things are starting to flow, going to start to flow a little bit easier for you. But I'm telling you, if you're feeling like you want to give up on this idea, do not give up. What you need to conquer to move forward with this is being comfortable waiting, having patience. And movement is so close to you. It's very, very, very close to you. Okay, what else do you have for pile number 3? Okay, we have faith. Yeah, look at that. Have faith. This is what I've been saying. Have faith that things are going to start moving for you. I really feel I'm getting a sense of sadness. Some of you are feeling so sad and so defeated. And this could even be kind of a test where you've been putting all this energy into something, you've been praying for something, you've been manifesting something, and Spirit is saying, but are you really ready? And putting this pause on things because of this divine timing element, and testing your faith, saying, you say you really want this. Are you going to stick with it? Do you have enough faith to see this idea through? And as soon as you can just be in the moment and go with the flow and kind of know that you're manifesting this and that you gave it to the universe, and now you're just kind of observing your environment and observing kind of the ebb and flow of things, and knowing that, you know what, I know that this is meant for me. I know it's on its way to me, and keeping that faith no matter what. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3? So I'm getting, for some of you, you need to conquer this fear that it might not happen. You need to have faith and know that even though you can't see the movement happening, things are happening kind of underneath the surface that you can't quite see. Okay, what else do you have for pile number 3? Okay, I was only going to take one, but these two are kind of stuck together, so we are going to take both of these. Owl, good advice from a wise person. If you had somebody who told you to wait it out, see what happens, calm down, don't obsess over it, don't make up scenarios in your mind about why it's taking so long, why it hasn't worked out yet. Do you need to get advice from a wise person? Is there some piece of information that's missing from the situation, something that you can't see yet, something that will help you move forward, something that will perfect this idea? Is there somebody a mentor, someone who's done this before, researching online? Is there a missing piece? Funnel. Period of frustrations and lessons to be learned. Isn't that what I just said? How the universe might be testing you and testing your faith. You saying, you know what, I really, really want this. I really want this. And the universe says, do you really? Because we're about to test you. You know, the universe works in mysterious ways. I know it can be frustrating at times. Believe me, I know. I know. But keeping the faith, knowing that when you have that feeling in your heart that this is meant for me, this is the direction I'm supposed to be going, don't give up, okay? So remember that. Just don't give up. Just go with the flow. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3? Okay. The Emperor, yeah. I feel like a lot of you have been working on something for a while. You've put a tremendous amount of energy, work, focus, time, dedication, faith. I think you've put all of this into this idea that you have. Working overtime, not sleeping enough, just literally working on the weekends, after work, if you have another job or another thing that you're working on. Putting so much time and focus into this particular thing. And with the Emperor card, Spirit is saying that you are going to be rewarded for this. You are going to be rewarded for your hard work. Things are going to come together. Do you have distractions in your life? This just came to me. Are there distractions in your life that you need to remove from your life? Because for some of you at the sacred boundaries, I'm feeling like it could be a person. It could be something that you need to wrap up before you can completely focus on whatever this is that you have in mind, whatever it is that you're working on. So for some of you, you need to wrap that thing up and then expose of it somehow. So if it's, and I don't mean that in a negative way, if it's something that you just need to complete, I'm just saying, like, if it's because I think for some of you it's a negative energy that you literally need to wrap up and expose and expel from your life. Others of you, there's some distraction. That's something, maybe it's an obligation that you have, or maybe it's helping a loved one, or is something like that where it's a little bit of a distraction. However, it's tied into that divine timing. But whatever it is, for some of you that are in this particular situation, I feel that this is going to be wrapping up soon, and then you'll be able to move forward. But again, keep in mind that this isn't, even though it might feel like something negative, it actually played a critical role in the divine timing of this situation in your life. And we have the Fool card. Yeah, exactly what I was just saying. You're almost ready to move forward. It's just a little bit longer. Things are going to wrap up with this. And for some of you, you have the opportunity to wrap it up yourself. Others of you need to kind of wait out the timing on it. But for all of you, you're going to be moving forward. You're going to be pursuing this goal. You're going to be, like, you've laid the groundwork, and you're going to be able to put all that groundwork into further action pretty soon, and you're going to be successful. The Queen of Discs, which is the Queen of Pentacles. I feel with this card, because this is a slow moving card. So again, I think for a lot of you, the thing that you need to conquer is patience. I think some of you, patience may not be your strong suit. And for some of you, patience may be something that you're really good at, but you may be getting impatient right now. And so for wherever you fall, it's kind of refamiliarizing yourself with being patient, knowing that all this hard work is going to pay off. You did not do all of this hard work for nothing. It's going to pay off. The movement is coming. The movement is happening. It's just slow. Kind of like the earth. The earth moves very, very, very slow. This is a slow moving process. But you have all these butterflies here. Transformation is on its way to you. Things are happening below the surface. You see here, we can actually see below the surface of the grass here. Things are happening. You've laid the roots. You've planted the seeds. Things are happening. The Three of Wands. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Three of Wands talks about you put the energy out there, and now you're slowly starting to see things rolling in. You're slowly starting to see the waves in the water. Things are starting to change for you. Being patient, having faith, knowing that everything that you want, everything that you're working on, it's all coming together. And you see, if you see on the sides here, there's little rocks, little islands here that might have previously slowed things down. But if you look straight ahead where this person is facing, where the energy is coming from, coming towards you, it's smooth sailing right here. So things are going to start to change for you very soon. You just need to be patient. And then you have the King of Cups. This is you looking at how far you've come. This is after things start flowing towards you, after you can really start to see that movement, after you start to see the seeds sprouting up from the soil, up, you know, above the grass, where you can see these things, where you can see these things happening. So this is you in the future here. This is you feeling more balanced. This is you being so glad that you stuck with things. This is you being glad that you followed someone's advice, that you got a piece of information that you didn't have, that kind of took you, that kept the faith for you moving on this journey. If you had anything that was lacking, anything missing from your journey, getting all of that, everything coming together, things flowing and feeling accomplished, feeling a sense of safety, also a sense of knowing that things are going to continue to flow from this point forward, and that you have a lot of protection around you on this journey. Like, look at this card. Look at how protected this little pig is. Very protected, not a care in the world, knowing that all of these plans that they've made, they're all coming to fruition. It's going to happen. Okay. The Eight of Discs, which is the Eight of Pentacles. So keep doing what you're doing. This thing that you're working on, these ideas that you have, these plans that you have, they are beautiful, amazing plans. Look at everything that this person has created here. And you know what I see this person doing? I see this person knowing that this is a lot of hard work. This is a lot of dedication, a lot of practice, a lot of research, a lot of maybe trying one thing and then doing something, you know, throwing that out because it didn't work and trying something again, because these probably were not the first discs that this person made. I bet you this person had to practice a lot before they got to this point where they're making these beautiful discs. So Spirit is saying that this is a slow process. This is definitely something that's taking a lot of time to materialize for you. And again with this, as you are taking a rest, calming down, knowing to keep the faith, keep working on whatever it is that you're producing, that you're creating, that you're bringing to life. Keep thinking of ideas, keep writing things down, keep manifesting, keep the faith. Because the more you work on your craft now, the more you keep yourself in this, the more ready you're going to be when things start to click and things start to move for you. Okay, then we have the Seven of Discs, which is the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of patience. So I think for you, for this pile, for pretty much everybody in this pile, a couple things you need to conquer. You need to conquer your fear that your faith is not going to be rewarded. You're definitely, keep the faith, you're going to be rewarded. The other thing is patience, patience, patience. Patience is key here. With all of these cards here, I'm getting a very slow, comfortable, quiet movement. I'm feeling kind of relaxed. So I think that Spirit is wants me to tell you to get more relaxed. Don't worry about things. And you see this person here, this person doesn't seem to be too worried. They seem to be, you know, they're getting grounded. This person doesn't have shoes on. They're sitting below a tree and they're watching, they're seeing all their progress. And you see there's a bee here. So it's like pollinating the tree, pollinating the flowers, doing what bees do. And it's like all of these things happen even when you're not outside watching this tree. So things are happening below the surface. Be patient. The Seven of Pentacles is just reiterating what I've been saying about patience, because this is the card of patience. Okay. Then we have the Five of Discs. Okay, so for some of you, money might be a factor here. Maybe you're trying to get something going so that you can start making money with something. And I also feel like for some of you, you've put in so much hard work and so much effort. You're wondering, are you ever going to see returns on your investment? So first of all, the sun is shining here. The sun is helping to grow this idea that you have. And you've also planted really deep roots here with this tree, which relates back to the Emperor card. So yes, you are going to be rewarded. In the Five of Pentacles, in a lot of decks, it shows two people who are outside of a building. It's usually very cold. A lot of times there's snow in the card. And they're kind of missing the point that they can go inside that building and get help. Well, in this particular deck, I feel that you haven't given up yet, because you're still you're still carrying the pentacles here. So I feel for a lot of you, it's not that you've given up. It's just that you're getting frustrated. You're getting impatient, and you're wondering, should I give up? But you haven't given up. That's the thing. And what I feel is so important here is what I mentioned with the Eight of Pentacles here, to keep going, keep working on this thing, keep letting those ideas flow, your creativity, and knowing that, yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to feel like you're all alone, but this is going to change. Pretty soon, this is going to change. You're almost there. Then we have the Magician card. So if some of you feel like something's missing, which for some of you, there could be a little piece of information that you're going to gain access to with any delays or anything that has to do with divine timing. It could be even just being inspired. So you've created all these beautiful things, and then with this delay, because you're so focused on just being present in the now and going with the flow, that could actually create something to add, something that you can add here that will kind of enhance things. Okay, so that's possible for some of you, because you see all these books here. It's like you could have an opportunity to learn that little magic touch that will just put the icing on the cake for whatever you've been working on. And for others of you, I mean, and actually for anybody watching this with the Magician card, you have everything that you need to move forward. But for some of you, there's just this little thing, like I said, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, that's going to add just this little touch of something that's going to perfect it for you. And so that could be where this delay is coming from. But the important thing to know is that you have everything that you need to move forward. You are going to be successful. You're going to be rewarded for all of your hard work. People are going to notice how much effort you've put into things, and people are going to appreciate that. Then we have the Duality card. So this is an extra card in this deck. And with the Duality card, this is Spirit telling you to look at things a little bit differently, which is what I've been saying throughout the reading, to look at things as divine timing instead of things not happening exactly when you wanted them to or exactly how you wanted them to. It's divine timing. So have patience, keep the faith, know that all this energy that you've put out into the universe is coming back to you. So try to look at things in that perspective instead of things lacking. Know that things are working underneath the surface, which this duality card really takes me back to the Queen of Pentacles up here, because you can see underneath, you can see the soil underneath the grass here, which we usually don't see in the Queen of Pentacles card. So look at things from a different perspective. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Looking at things from a different perspective is going to allow you to see things from kind of a higher perspective, I'm getting. Being able to even communicate to yourself differently, knowing that things are on their way, knowing that there's nothing really preventing you from getting what you want. It's literally just timing, that things are going to start to flow differently. Things are going to start to transform for you. And also, I think what the Queen of Swords is really trying to tell you here is to speak kindly to yourself. Don't make up scenarios in your head about why things aren't working yet or why things are taking so long. The Queen of Swords does not mince words. The Queen of Swords tells it how it is, and that's how you need to think right now. It's just timing. Just stick to the facts. Don't let your mind get muddled with, oh, well, is it taking so long because I'm not supposed to be doing this or this? No. Stick to the facts. It's just divine timing. Things are going to work out for me. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving card again, but the Knight of Pentacles and then being right below the Eight of Pentacles, this is, even though things are taking a little bit longer, this is sticking to the plan. This is going forward even though things are taking a while. And in this particular Knight of Pentacles, this person seems to be just sitting there, kind of waiting for divine timing, kind of waiting for the sun to shine directly on things. So listening to the universe, listening to your spirit guides, just watching and waiting for that perfect time to make a move. And in the meantime, conquering your fear that things aren't going to work out for you and conquering your impatience. Because you have a lot of patient cards here, a lot of cards, a lot of pentacles here, where you need to have faith, you need to take your time, and really believe in divine timing here. So that is your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a private reading or a private Reiki session, you can do that on my website. The link is down below. Thank you so much.